Good afternoon and welcome to MC in Focus. I'm James McLean.
And I'm Roxana Solano. Thanks for joining us.
Well, spring break is over and we hope you had a good time. While many of us spent the previous week relaxing and getting ready for the end of the semester, some, like Gregor Keitel, used his break to visit Europe and universities he could transfer to. Let's take a look.
Thank you, James. I'm here in the small town of Maastricht in Holland, close to the German and Belgian border. The city gets most of its characters through the Unimaas, the university with students from all over the world. The university is the youngest in the country and one of the top universities in Europe, famous for its international business and law programs. The Unimaas has exchange program partnerships with many universities worldwide, one of them the George Washington University. I asked some of the students here why they chose to study abroad and what benefits it might have.
I think the benefits of it are international diversification, so I'm more aware of what's going on globally, especially in a more global economy.
Being able to live in another country for maybe one semester or a year definitely helps for later jobs, I think. Yeah.
If you're interested in studying a semester in another country, check with your schools for possible exchange programs. For MC in Focus, I'm Gregor Keitel. Back to you, James.
Thank you, Gregor. Roxanne, I heard many people were in D.C. this week. What can you tell us about that?
Well, it actually was a pretty interesting Wednesday. Separate oil from state, funk the war, March of the Dead. No, it's not an off-Broadway repertoire. These are some of the names of the anti-war events that took place in D.C. and across the country Wednesday, on the 5th anniversary of the beginning of the war in Iraq. The messages are, 5 years is too many and bring troops home. Several hundred people gathered at each event despite the rain. One of the organizers of these actions was United for Peace and Justice, the largest grassroots anti-war coalition in the U.S. since the U.S. invasion of Iraq in 2003. Almost 4,000 American soldiers have been killed and 30,000 wounded. The National Priorities website says the war in Iraq has cost the U.S. more than $600 billion through fiscal year 2008. This year alone, the state of Maryland should fund the war with at least $9 billion tax dollars. We asked MC students what they think about this war.
I guess I'd have to say that money could be used much better elsewhere, like on education and employment.
Basically, having not used that money on schools and things that mean something like within the country is definitely wrong, and we need to pull out and we need to just be finished with it.
I think it's just going completely wrong, in the wrong direction, and the state of Maryland, by funding it, I think that they have their reasons because they have to support the troops. At the same time, I think that the troops are there for the wrong reasons and the wrong war at the wrong time.
I just think that it was a financially driven war, and I think that it was to benefit the very few at the top, and I think that the many at the bottom have to suffer the most from it.
As for the amount of money we're spending on the war, is money we don't have and should not be spending, and I think it's directly related to the devaluation of the dollar.
The UN says the lack of clean and accessible drinking water is the second largest killer worldwide. Every day, nearly 6,000 children die of thirst from water-related diseases. Tomorrow is the Water World Day. The United Nations launched this action 15 years ago to educate people on the importance of water in their lives. The UN invited its members to devote this day to implementing UN recommendations and promoting concrete activities within their countries. Each year, one of various UN agencies involved in water issues takes the lead in promoting and coordinating international activities for the World Day of Water.
Many people in restaurant business have supported World Water Day. Let's look at what our reporter Laura Franco has to say.
This week, coinciding with the World Water Day, many restaurants in the DC area are enrolled in a UNICEF program called the TAP Project. The program's purpose is to collect donations to bring children clean water around the world. UNICEF invites restaurants' customers to pay $1 for the tap water that they usually get for free. If you're going to a restaurant this weekend, ask about the TAP Project. For each $1 you donate, a child will get clean water for 40 days. If you want more information or you want to know which restaurants are participating in the project, visit www.tapproject.org.
As the college prepares for a wellness program next week, Chinwe Offram reports on another way to promote wellness.
Many people believe that exercising and eating right are the only ways to promote health and wellness. But have you ever thought that wellness can go beyond that? In an interview with cosmetic surgeon Dr. Chukwuemeka Onyewu, we find new options for creating a helpful wellness routine.
A wellness spa will encapsulate all the different facets of your wellness program. Well, most medical spas will have really two arms of treatment. They'll have the spa services, which you can get at any spa, and those include facial skin analysis and facial skin treatments. That includes massages, nail care, foot care. But in addition, there is a medical side, and that encompasses things like weight management. It talks about weight loss, as well as other treatments for your skin and for your body and for your health.
These treatments have helped people by smoothing out their skin, lightening hyperpigmentation, smoothing out scars, diminishing scars, various types of skin diseases and conditions for their face and body.
Marco Onyewu is a certified massage therapist. We were lucky enough to have her give us a few pointers.
Some of the benefits of massage session are increased circulation in your extremities, like your legs and your hands. It also improves the blood flow through the whole body.
We took a look at the various techniques.
There's one called effleurage, which is basically long strokes. There's one called petrissage, and petrissage is more like kneading to relieve the muscle tension.
To promote health and wellness in their lives, I would have to first advise people that your health really is paramount, and that without health, nothing else really works.
So we now see there's more than one way to keep your body happy and healthy. For MC in Focus, I'm Chinwe Oforum.